didn't care what was cool. I've always been a little reckless, wild and free. And the older I get, well, hell, it's easy to see. I'm fucked up in the head and crazy, out on the edge, raise hell time and time again. That's just the way I've always been. And there ain't nothing gonna change me. I'm fucked up in the head and I'm crazy. I've seen the sunset up over Abilene. I stayed up all night long with them girls down in New Orleans. My mom still prays every day for my rambling soul. No matter where I'm at, hell, I'm always on the go. 'Cause I'm fucked up in the head and crazy, out on the edge, raise hell time and time again. That's just the way I've always been. And there ain't nothing gonna change me. I'm fucked up in the head and I'm crazy. Telling y'all for years, there ain't nothing wrong being a guy like me.
The thoughts and ideas expressed in this podcast are solely those of the authors and guests of the podcast. Listener discretion is advised. Welcome to Soberless Thoughts.
I'm Mike Odenbeck.
I'm Alex Corley.
And these are our
Soberless Thoughts.
Well, hello and welcome to 2024. We're Soberless Thoughts, in case you forgot who we are. That's who we are. I'm Mike. That's Alex. And we're going to try and do some more podcasting this year. Why not?
Yeah.
Why
Sounds
not,
like fun.
Alex? Why not, Alex?
Right.
I've got an alcoholic beverage in my hand. What I'm drinking tonight, in case you're wondering, is cranberry and apple mixed with some Pinnacle whipped vodka. Does that sound delicious?
Yeah, that sounds actually really, really, really good. I am going to grab something.
Alex was unprepared. Unprepared. That's unlike Alex. It's unlike Alex to show up for the podcast unprepared. It doesn't often happen, but when it does, I like to take this time to just kind of sit back and go over the little things in my head that make me wonder why I still do this.
And I am drinking a Country Boy Shotgun Wedding.
And that would be why.
And that'll be why what?
I still do this, Alex. That'll be why I still do this. I was just talking to the listeners while you were gone,
Yeah.
talking about how people show up for work prepared.
You don't say. What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know. Nothing to do with anything.
No. Ironically enough, I do show up to work prepared, but I do show up to work late.
As long as you show up, that's what
I am-
matters.
Usually the latest person.
Right. Well, I think we have that in common, actually, when it comes to my work. We're supposed to start at my job. We're supposed to start at 8 o'clock. I typically get there either right at 8 o'clock or a couple minutes after 8 o'clock. And the other people that I work with usually get there sometime between 7 and 7:10. And then they look at me like, where you been all morning? It's like, all morning? We don't start till 8. I don't know why you get here so early. Like, that's not my fault that you decided to get to work an hour early.
Yeah. I used to work at a place that was like that, where well, here's the thing. They let them do it because it was, I don't know, like they basically said, as long as you get your 8 hours in, you're fine, right?
Right.
So all these guys, when I was working on this bottling line, they would get there at like 6, sometimes even 5 in the morning, and the bottling line didn't start up till 8. Like, we didn't have to be there till like 7:45 essentially, but we had to be at the meeting at the end of the bottling line at 8 o'clock. So I walked in, got my shit together, and then would walk there. And then, you know, my supervisor hated me personally, very much so, because he jumped up my ass all the time about being late. So I started, like, my big FU to him for the next 6 months was, like, he wanted to start early, and I would walk in and then, like, basically walk to the meeting with my phone in my hand with the clock towards him, and it's saying like 7:59 just about every morning.
Yeah.
As proof that. And then, like, there's literally times where I would get there and it would flip to 8, and he would just be looking at me, and I'd be like, hey, you did this, not me.
This is all your fault, technically. Well, I hope everybody had happy holidays, had a great Christmas. We took kind of a break Christmas time and New Year's. We probably will start doing that every year. And just it's crazy hectic. It's crazy hectic. Well, I have 75 different families that I have to go and attend things, and with Alex having a different schedule than I have, and we can literally only record on like a Friday or Saturday night, and then I have literally every single Friday and Saturday night booked with family events that I have to go to for the holidays.
I'm the same way. I just, every weekend we're gone, and then it's on top of that, you know, my crazy schedule. I'm a night owl worker right now. Hopefully not for too much longer. Hopefully 3 months, and I'll be no mas for a little bit at least. But it's just too crazy.
Yeah. And then, like, even tonight,
that might be our little mini vacation. We'll try
tonight, Alex, we were supposed to be recording together in person, and then we were together earlier tonight, and then my wife decides that she wants to get the Black Plague, and then that's that.
She got the devil's flu, and it was
And then she's like, all right, well, I gotta go home. I gotta lay in bed. She says that I am very needy when I get sick. Let me tell you, tonight
Yeah.
was another thing. I had to take a couple deep breaths and be like, okay, she's not feeling well.
Right.
To calm down and just be a good husband for a minute.
Yeah.
I mean,
See, I feel like guys get a better rep on that. Like we always get like, oh, like girls have a cold and they muscle through it, but guys act like it's the end of the world. And I'm like, that is so. Like my dad, for instance, my dad didn't take a sick day for like 20 years. And it's not that he didn't get sick, he just still went to work and would just like stick his head out the truck window and throw up and just go back at it.
yeah, he's a man. He's a man's man.
Yeah, pretty much.
Man's man.
Oh.
So we're gonna try our best. We're gonna try our damnedest to be consistent with episodes in 2024.
That's our resolution.
That's our New Year's resolution. Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
that's what I'm predicting.
We're already struggling.
We're already struggling. It's what
Yeah.
the 6th. It's the 6th, and we're recording. Alex put out a video back before Christmas saying we'll have a new episode for you on the first of the year.
Yeah, it's high hopes. You know, you reach for the stars, but you know you can only grab the trees.
It's all right. I don't even remember you recording that video. I was passed out in the grass, it looked like.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Well, hey, I was soberlessly thinking, dreaming.
Yeah.
Dreaming.
Soberless philosopher, a
Yeah.
cloud philosopher. I feel like all philosophers are drunks and drug addicts, if you think about it.
Well, yeah, of course. Of course they are. Dude, so here's something that I want to go over. I want to contemplate with you while I've got you before we do whatever it is that we're going to do tonight. The shrink wrap game. Okay?
Yeah.
We got to come up with, and I want to do this like throughout the year, get little things, but I want you and I to come up with like the most ridiculous shit to put inside of an evil saran wrap game for the holidays.
All right.
What made me
How
think
evil?
of
Are we talking about like?
Dude, what made me think of this is, so earlier tonight, like I said, Alex and I were together. We had the last family Christmas gathering tonight. And earlier at this family Christmas gathering, we had a saran wrap game going on. And I got the very first thing out of the saran wrap ball. And what it was a piece of paper. And when I unwrapped it or unfolded it, it said #loser on it.
Yeah.
And that was literally the only thing I got out of that goddamn saran wrap ball the entire game.
Right. I jumped in. I wasn't me. Once again, chaotic Christmas, but I was like trying to kind of like tagged out. So I jumped in. I didn't get anything. I got a bunch of saran wrap one time.
Yeah. Well, anyways, so you and I got to come up with a bunch of different like stupid shit that we could put inside of a saran wrap ball that we can tell whoever it is that brings this. I think it's our mother-in-law that brings the saran wrap ball thing. We're like, hey, don't worry about it. We got it this year.
So are you talking about like a dirty version or an evil one? 'Cause when you said evil one, my first thought was, oh, it's just a bunch of thumbtacks and razor blades. But
No, that's dangerous.
but I was thinking, but if you're doing yeah, well, that's what you said evil. I was like, all right, what's the evilest shit I could think of?
Yeah. I meant evil, not
Uh,
dangerous. Not dangerous evil. I don't want
Right,
anybody to get hurt.
Yeah.
I just want their feelings to get hurt.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying now. Okay. Sorry. Halloween just seemed just like yesterday. Well, feelings hurt. See, that's where I got to get. So, because my first knee jerk reaction, if we were doing an adult one, I was like, man, I'd throw some condoms in there just to be funny. Because I feel like they're not going to break, hopefully.
Yeah, I could see.
We've all been there.
I could see. Jack ripping it open, and Uncle Jack ripping it open, and a bunch of Trojans pop out.
Oh,
I was
freak out about it.
I was thinking about how I could, like next time I'm in Alabama, get some scratch off tickets.
Do they have to go to Alabama to
cash them in.
Yeah, dude, if it's enough, fuck yeah, let's go. That's not bad. That's a good one.
Yeah, see, shit like that. Like, in just random insults, like how it was the hashtag loser on the piece of paper I had. Just like,
right,
unfold it and like you are really fat. You're a really fat person.
yeah.
We'll have a candy
Middle
bar in
should
there.
be a card.
Do what?
I was gonna say the middle should be a gift card, kind of going off of yours, but a gift card to a restaurant that isn't around us.
Yeah, man. Like, what? There's Mandy's very like favorite restaurant of all time, like that she ever like if she could go anywhere in the world, like this is the restaurant she'd go to. Is someplace that used to have one here in Cincinnati, and now it's gone. Like the only one they had, there's like one in Florida and like one in Georgia. God, I can't even remember the name of it now. Oh fuck! What is it?
Fuddruckers.
Nah, man. It's like a beachy theme to it.
Beach theme.
Yeah.
Is it the one she took us to? Like, I think before you all got together, we went to Orlando with her. Like, me and Cass went with her and her mom and dad down to Orlando. I was like the new kid on the block at the time, and we went to go visit their brother and his soon-to-be, or not soon-to-be, but eventually wife, because he was living there, and each restaurant, and like she knew the name of it, and I was like, I wonder if that was the same one.
Yeah, probably, because they've got They're down in Florida. They've got several locations down in Florida.
Yeah. But she talked it up like so much.
Oh yeah, she loves it.
It was actually pretty funny. Well, no, like what was funny was I hadn't really got the full scope of like the family just yet, and I was still kind of learning, and I didn't realize like when like our father-in-law, he has like I don't know, like a sporadic temper. I don't know how to put it. Like he'll kind of just like the funny thing is I think it's like one of that things to process annoyances. Like he doesn't hold anything in. He just like and then just lets it out and then he's over it.
Right. Yeah.
But that was like one of the first times I saw that, and it was it was actually at that restaurant where your wife was like trying to figure out where she wants to sit, and we're all just kind of following her, and it starts to rain. She goes, all right, let's sit here. And then she's like, no, I can't see the beach from here. Let's sit over there. And then, no, I can feel the rain. Let's go over here. And then like she keeps switching seats. So like by like the fourth seat starts kind of losing it for a second. Like just because, Jesus. And me being new, I'm just like, is this is weirdly intense. What's your favorite restaurant? That's a good question. I don't think we've ever talked about that.
What's my favorite restaurant?
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know, man. I don't even
It's
know.
a tough one.
I like steak, but I like I don't know. I like big juicy cheeseburgers too. Like good like gourmet cheeseburgers. But I like pasta too. I like some good Italian food too. I like some good Mexican food though too.
Man, I just thought about that. Like, I know your wife's not big on Mexican food.
No. So it's very rare that I get to go to a Mexican restaurant and eat.
Yeah.
It's rare.
I was gonna say, we'll be going out here towards the end of the month for your belated birthday. Maybe we should go to a Mexican restaurant, get some tacos in us.
Beforehand,
Yeah.
I can try and see if we can do that. I don't know. It's already going to be rough what we're doing as it is.
Oh, I know. I told my wife like 2 days ago, I was like giving her the like, all right, here's what's happening in the month. I'm giving you the heads up now.
Yeah.
So you're mentally prepared. You have weeks to prepare. I'm also having an outing at my job this coming Friday, and it's kind of fucking awesome. I got to be honest. I'm so jazzed up for it. We're going curling.
Nice. Okay. God, you guys are so fucking hipsterish. Like, it's ridiculous.
Dude, it is. The place I work is very much. But it was like they said it, and I was like, dude, I didn't. Apparently, there is a curling club in northern Cincinnati, and like I always wondered where people do this shit to be in the Olympics. I didn't know it was like I just assumed it was like a bunch of northern states with frozen lakes 90% of the year, and there's just a bar out back, and everyone goes to the bar, and they're like, you want to throw some fucking rocks across the lake? Well, yeah, I got a broom. Fuck it, let's do this. So that's what we're doing.
Okay.
So that was another thing I had to warn her about. It's
Dude,
like,
how
hey,
long have
Friday.
you lived
Granted,
up here? How long have you lived up here now?
Worked at my job almost 2 years.
Yeah. And in that time, how many times have you and I gone to the bar?
Like zero.
Zero.
Pretty
Zero.
Yeah.
Break the leash, man. It's time to get out.
Yeah. Well, yes, but it's just our current predicament is what it is. I just feel bad
I understand.
because it's literally
I understand.
like,
I
yeah.
understand,
Yeah.
Alex. I understand. You still need to get your ass out of the house.
I know.
Jesus.
Yeah, I actually tell her sometimes, I'm like, I have got to do something. Like I gotta go to the grocery store. I go to Goodwill a fucking lot. Because it's just because I'm either work or here. It's like I just have to see a different change of patterns and shapes.
Alex, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do what you do over there.
Yeah.
So here's what's going on. It's just so everybody knows. And you know what? If you want, you can, if you're in the area, you can come join us because we will be on
Please.
January 20th. We will be in Main Strasse in Covington, Kentucky, playing bar golf. We're playing bar golf January 20th. Dress
Yep.
up in your golf attire. We will all be in golf
I didn't
attire.
think about that.
Yeah, you got to be in golf attire. And here's what, I don't know if you know what bar golf is or not, but this is basically a quick breakdown of what bar golf is. You got to go to a place where there's 9 bars, all within, at least 9 bars that are all within walking distance of each other. Main Strasse and on Main Street in Covington, Kentucky is the perfect place for that because there is plenty of bar to be walked to. So what you do is you pick 9 bars that are all within walking distance of each other, and then you assign a specific drink to each bar. And then you assign a specific par for that specific drink for each specific bar. So because of the variety of people that are going to be attending the bar golf with us this January 20th, I had to kind of make some amendments to the whole rules thing. So each bar is actually going to have a par, which is par means in golf how many strokes it takes to sink the ball into the hole, right? So in bar golf, par is how many drinks it takes to finish your alcoholic beverage. So we're going to have a par 2 up to par 5. Okay? And it's going to be a specific par is going to be assigned to each hole or bar, quote unquote, right? So the first bar is going to be a par 3. A par 3 is either a short mixed drink or a can. And it can be, like I said, because we're going to have a bunch of different people coming that have different tastes in alcohol. It's going to be whatever you fucking want as far as short mixed drink or can. But it has to have alcohol in it. It can't just be like a can of water. You know what I mean?
Right.
It can't be a short mixed drink of a mix of Coke and Diet Coke, you know?
Right.
So anyways, there's going to be 9 bars. We got pars 2, 3, 4, and 5. So a par 2 is a shot or a shooter, because some people it takes 2 drinks to get a shot down. Us normal men can do a shot in 1 drink.
True. Right.
And then a par, which said a par 3 is a short mixed drink or a can. A par 4 is a 16-ounce bottle or a tall mixed drink. And then a par 5 is a full-size pint.
You said 16-ounce can. Like, if I'm thinking in beer terms. Like,
No, I said a 16-ounce
so
bottle.
that's a par 4 is like a 16-ounce can.
16-ounce bottle.
Bottle.
A regular beer bottle.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like in 12 ounce for some reason. All right. Well, drinks, right? Is each stroke?
Yeah. Yeah. I think I described it in the
Sweet.
thing for the, let's see, for the what to expect for the bar golf. Let's see, a dress code is essential, golf attire, what is bar golf. Instead of 9 holes, we have 9 bars, all within walking distance. Each bar is assigned a par. Each par has multiple drink choices. Par numbers is the amount of gulps to finish the drink assigned to that bar. A gulp ends when the drink leaves the lips. Traditional golf scoring. Lowest score wins. If you choose to skip a drink at a bar, it's an automatic 6 strokes. The final bar, though, okay, here's where it's going to get interesting. The final bar has a 2-stroke penalty if you don't make par. And if you do it under par, then you get 2 strokes removed from your total score. And here's why the final bar is the special, is because it's drinker's choice at bar number 9. So it's whatever you choose to drink. So if you choose to get a shot at the end of the night, at the 9th hole, then that's a par 2. So you better finish that
when you're blacking
shot.
out.
You better finish that shot in 1 drink. If you finish that shot in 1 drink because it's a par 2, then you get 2 points taken off of your total score. But if you can't finish it in 2 shots, then you get 2 strokes added to your final score.
I get you. Okay.
Yeah, but if you say
you
decide you want to get like a bottle of beer at the last one, just kind of take it easy. Just get a bottle of beer, right? Well, that's a 4 strokes. You better finish that bottle of beer in 4 drinks and 4 gulps. If you don't finish that bottle of beer in 4 gulps, well, you got 2 additional strokes added to your score at the end.
You know what's funny about this is I was actually sitting there thinking the whole time, like, all right, so beer, any beer, I've got to get 4 drinks. And I'm like, I could totally do that. But I got to drink it like the Guinness almost, where you just like, go. Like, all right.
Yeah.
I feel like I got to play a strategy game.
So one of our friends is making lanyards with scorecards attached to the lanyards, and we're going to have Sharpies so we can all keep track of our scores, our total scores, as we're moving along from bar to bar.
All right.
There's also going to be a men's champion and a women's champion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because there's going to be both men and women out with us that night. So There's going to be
Nice.
a men's champion and a women's champion.
Is your wife coming out?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, nice.
Her and some of her friends will all be there.
Ah,
And some of the guys that are coming are bringing their significant others.
well, shit. We might need to call the.
Might need to call an audible.
Yeah, I thought this was gonna be like a bro brigade running through the streets. All right, this is actually sounds a lot more fun. Because like a bunch of dudes doing it, I was like, this is gonna get real sloppy real quick. And I was like, I'm gonna guess by like the 7th hole, people are gonna fucking lose Sharpies. They fucking left their lanyard in the pisser.
As long as there's still one
I feel like-
Sharpie amongst everybody, we can keep score.
Right. I was getting vibes of like when me and my friends did beer fest the one year and we all had giant beer mugs and I was the only one that brought the beer mug home still intact. We went out with like 5 and I had the only one that wasn't broken on the bar floor.
Yeah.
All right.
And
I have got, oh my God. I wish I had all my shit here. I've got the perfect hat for this.
well, you need to get it. You got between
Whatever.
now and January 20th. You've
I
got
don't know where the hell it's at.
13 days.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm going to start going to Goodwill now.
I know Grandpa Banks is coming and he's going to be wearing like traditional old-timey golf outfit.
Rolled up to like to my knees with them like shoved in there and then
Yes.
like maybe some fucking plaid.
Yes, that's
Oh.
what he's going to have on. He's going to have one of them golf
Like-
hats on with like the ball on top of it or whatever.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, dude, if I could get a hold of a fucking kilt, I fucking would do that.
Yeah. 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 I'm probably just
I ain't
going to
scared.
be in
Might be a little
modern
cold,
day.
but whatever.
I'm going to be in modern day golf attire. I'm going to have a pair of khakis on and a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah. Tiger Woods guy.
Yeah, and one of my golf hats
Nice
over
polo.
here. Yeah. My one of my mulligan hats.
Yeah. We need to have like get like a sports coat, like an obnoxious colored sports coat, and like have you wear it since it's your birthday, but whoever wins gets the sports coat.
Oh yeah.
You know how they have like the golden jacket or
Yeah, well, I'm
The
going to
Shooter
be
McGavin.
by far the largest person that's going to be out and about that night. So we can get what? Oh, it's a green sports coat for the Masters, right?
yes.
We can get like a bright lime green.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lug it along with us.
right. We'll just take it to
Oh,
we'll just take it to where the 9th bar and have them put it behind the bar back there with the bartenders. Like, we will be here
Yeah.
when we get here. This is who wins. They win this.
Yeah.
Just hold it for us. They'll keep it there. They'll keep it there.
Right.
They know we'll be there. We'll be back. And this starts at 9 o'clock, by the way. 9 o'clock sharp at the first bar, the first hole. Tee off is
Hell yeah.
9 p.m. sharp.
Yeah.
All right. I want to we didn't really go into like the other things that we're going to put in this shrink wrap game, but that's something that we need to
Oh.
think about.
Yeah. That's something we'll work on that one.
And then I think I just erased what I was originally going to be. Oh, here it is. All right. So I looked up the 10 trending the what 10 drink trends to look out for in 2024. Okay.
All right. All right. Let's hear it.
10 drink trends to look out for in 2024. The first one is even more coffee cocktails.
Yeah, I knew it. Fucking espresso martinis. They were making a surgence last year. I kept seeing them in some TikTok and some bar videos. I even saw bartenders like, let's see who in the bar can make a good espresso martini. And then there was like 5 or 6 people like, this is the busser, boom, this is the owner, boom, this is an actual bartender. And you're like, wow, I bet the bartender is the good one. And then yeah,
I bet.
God,
I bet the
I'm so glad
bartender
I don't
knows how to
bartend
make
anymore.
the drink. Dude, I wish you did.
right.
I wish you did, because
No.
I'd be there. Probably every shift that you had, I'd be there.
No bueno. Like espresso martinis. Granted, we used to do. We had what was it? Espresso syrup. But I remember.
Espresso syrup. I need to put some of that in my mudslides.
Yeah, man. It's non-alcoholic. It's just like sugary syrup with espresso flavor, like coffee. But I remember this guy asked me one time of like, how do you all make your espresso martinis? And I was like, well, it's kind of like this. I was like, at the time, I think it was like vodka, espresso syrup, I think like half and half. Might have used, I'm trying to think of what else we used in it. Maybe a little Kahlua. But but this one guy was like, hey, I need you to make it with legit espresso. And we had an espresso machine, and he ordered one for everyone at this table. It was like 6 people. And I was like, dude, this is going to take me like 20 minutes. And he goes, really? Why? I'm like, because I have to make 6 espressos, and then I got to mix them into cocktails. I was like, we have one espresso maker, which is 1 pod at a time, and each one takes about 3 fucking minutes. And he goes, that's fine, just whenever. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, man.
So like,
he just wants his drinks. He doesn't give a shit about what it's going to take for you to make it. Just make it and bring it to me.
I know. I was warning him about the time, because most people, when they order a drink, they're not like, oh, I'm going to see it in 30 minutes. Yeah. So yeah, I crank out every single one of these espressos. I get it. They love it. They chug it. And then fuck me, do they order another round?
Well, yeah, it was good.
Yeah. And then I just remember this was in Kentucky. And I remember someone going, oh, I know that guy from high school. He's loaded. I'm like, oh, really?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, his family comes from like big farm money or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, dude, he got like 2 or 3 rounds of those things, bought everyone's meal. And then he ended up, like, I wasn't serving, I was just a bartender. But the server had asked me about the espresso martinis. I had to go talk to him. I was like, all right, are you for, has everyone here had espresso before? We're cool. Oh, yeah. Okay. Like, and I think he had something god awful, like a 5-6 $8 ball. And he took like Cerverix or something stupid.
Like, the last half of that just.
Crapped out.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got the gist of it.
Great. Yeah.
You got the gist of it, basically.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if we can get through all 10 of these.
All right, let's do it.
Embracing in between wines. It's basically like craft wines. Like craft wines.
Yeah.
Which actually my neighbor, which I need to get a bottle from him so that we can share it on the podcast, has been making his own
Heck
wine
yeah.
lately, and it's delicious. It's delicious.
Heck yeah.
Another trend that we're going to see is struggles for high-end tequila.
I'm down for that one.
We're going to see more nitro beers on tap.
Nah,
You don't think
I
so?
don't know about that one. No, Nitro had its their return and all that, but I don't know. I just don't see that one for some reason.
What about a tropical takeover?
I could see that.
I'm all about that, dude. I'm going to have, you know what?
Yeah, I know you're about that life.
Now that we're talking about it, and I haven't mentioned it yet, but I've got my Hawaiian shirt on. I have a plethora now, a plethora of Hawaiian shirts now. I have a
Do you?
lot. I've like a dozen of them now that I got mostly all for Christmas because I just loaded my Christmas list with different Hawaiian shirts off of Amazon. And
For real.
damn if people didn't buy them for me. So, it might be my goal for 2024 to wear a Hawaiian shirt every episode.
Hey, I'm totally cool with it.
I'll be on vacation all of 2024. Fuck it. I'll be drinking tropical drinks every episode. The next trend is craft cocktails with a side of chaos.
All right.
Which by chaos they mean like
What is it?
a whole bunch of different types of like the garnishes, like retarded garnishes all up in that shit.
Yeah. Oh, I got you.
The next trend, it says Scotch scrapping its cocktail aspirations. And just going
Scotch strapping.
scrapping. It's cocktail aspirations and just going back to just the old, Scotch on the rocks.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like real men drink it,
Right.
I can't even pronounce half of the shit in this thing, so I'm gonna skip that. Skip that one. More fake wine or more faux wine bars. What's a faux wine bar?
It's so there's a big surgence of like mocktails and non-alcoholic beer and faux wine where people are veering away from alcohol, and it's more of Gen Z. They just flat out don't drink like the past generations, and so like alcohol sales have steadily decreased, and even people our age are more of them are not drinking like they were, and it's just part of the craze is to still be social and go out and still enjoy that kind of thing, but they're doing things like mocktails, faux wine, stuff like that, so you still kind of can drink that stuff without being fucked up, just because of all the health benefits not drinking does, basically.
That's disgusting.
You look like you smell shit. You're like, no. That and with so many states legalize weed, they are definitely, there's a higher amount of people using weed than booze.
Why can't you do both?
Which I just talked to someone I know. So what?
Why can't you do both?
I mean, you can. Oh, you can. But I mean, there's guys I work with that, Ohio just passed legalization. There's guys I work with that have like medical cards that they were buying like $200 for a year, and they just get their shit sent in the mail, and they're just like, yeah, I just, got a vape. I hit it a couple times. I'm good. They're like, I've got my up down and I got my up weed and my down weed. It's like I smoke this weed to get shit done. I smoke this weed to chill the fuck out.
All right, I'll tell you a story that you can do both at the same time, and this is why. I'll tell you why. Here we go. Here's a little story for you, okay?
Okay.
I went out it was me and Grandpa Banks and Eddie Cupid. And we went out to the bar together. Okay. Me and Eddie Cupid go over to Grandpa Banks' house to meet up with him before we're going to go out to this bar. And I sit down on the couch, and there's the bowl full of gummy bears sitting on the coffee table. Did I tell you about this?
Yep. Yes, but I don't know if it was on here, if you told me in person.
And I
don't know if you used it.
Yeah, I'm a hungry guy, and I like gummy bears. So I'm sitting there impatiently waiting for this guy to get ready so we can go out. And I eat a gummy bear. And I'm like, oh, that wasn't bad. Actually, I think I grabbed 2 of them at one time and just threw them in my mouth because that's what I do when I eat gummy bears.
Right.
And then I probably ate another 1 or 2 of them while I was sitting there waiting. And then finally he's like, all right, I'm ready. Let's go. And I'm like, all right, let's go. And we all go, and we go to the bar. And we go to this bar and sit down and having a good time. And while we're sitting there, I had mentioned something to him about, like, those gummies tasted kind of shitty, dude, that you had sitting on your coffee table. It tasted a little gross. Yeah. And he's like, you didn't eat those, did you? And I was like, well, how would you know? How would I know how they tasted if I didn't eat them? What are you talking about?
Right.
Dude? He's like, wait a minute, how many of them did you eat? And I was like, I don't know. I was just sitting there snacking on them while I was waiting for you. He's like, what the fuck? He's like, those were edibles, man. He's like, I had those. Those were made, like, specially made for me and sent to me, and like, you should have told me before you ate those. Like, you shouldn't have ate those.
Right.
And I was like, well, it's not, if that's the case, I'm not feeling them. Like, maybe I'm just too big for them. Like, I should have ate, like, they're not affecting my system. And I'm sitting there drinking a gay light, just minding my own.
Yeah.
And then I see Grandpa Banks get up and go over to the bar and get another drink. And then he comes back, and on his way back to the table that I'm sitting at, the girls, there's like a group of girls sitting at the table next to us, and one of the girls gets up and she's like on her way to the bar as he's on his way back from the bar, and they like stop, like they know each other, and they start having this conversation. They're like standing there talking for like 10 minutes, and then finally he comes back to the table and sits down with us, and I'm like, oh, how do you know those girls over there? He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, well, you're just standing there having a conversation with that girl over there for like, I don't know, for like 10 minutes. You were over there talking. I was like, I figured you at least knew her. Like, you wouldn't, knowing you probably know him if you ever want to be talking to him like that. He's like, Mike, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Like, I literally went to the bar, got my beer, or he was drinking a mixed drink. He's like, I got my drink, and then came back and sat down. I didn't talk to anybody. And I'm like, dude, I'm not, like, what are you even fucking talking about? Like, you just had a conversation with this girl. What do you think I can't see you having you just had a fucking conversation with this girl. What are you talking about? He's like, no, that literally did not happen. And I was so mad about it. I got up and walked over to the table where that girl sat back down at, and was like, how do you know my buddy over there? And she's like looking at me like who the hell are you? And I'm like, I just saw you have a conversation for like 10 minutes with my friend over there. I was just curious because he's acting like that never happened. Like, how do you guys know each other? And they just looked at me like I was speaking Spanish.
Right.
Like they had no idea what I was. So in my head, let's go back to reality now. In my head,
right,
I'm thinking that I'm saying all the things that I just told you that I said to them. But in reality,
right,
apparently I went over to their table after telling my friend that he had a conversation with a girl that he never had. That I then stormed over to their table and slammed my fists down on their table and said something along the lines of, I don't have that fucking time of the bullshit fucking shit.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. And they're like, what the fuck is happening? And then I was just like,
right,
fuck all you, and then came back and sat back down at my table. And then I thought we paid our bill and we went to this other bar that I had wanted to go to that was down the street from the bar that we were at, and that we walked all the way down there, walked to this other bar and sat there and had a few drinks there too before we decided to go home. Well, apparently in reality, Mike never got up from the table. I was at that same original bar the whole fucking night.
Damn.
I never went anywhere.
You had a interesting night for sure.
Yeah. And I say all that to say this. You can do both, man.
At what cost?
The cost is you'll have a good story to talk about years down the road.
Dude, that's wild. I've heard of people like, you drink too much, then you like smoke weed, and then you end up like riding the roller coaster, as my friends would call it, where like it just takes you further down the hole than you wanted to. So like it's like you're this level drunk and then you smoke and then it just drops you down too quick and you just start like spinning in your own head and you're just, oh God, you just want to throw up.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh.
you can do both.
Yeah. That was me like the next morning.
Oh, I bet.
The next morning I had maybe the worst hangover I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, this was bad.
All right.
But hey, I survived, right? I made it through.
Hey, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you still weren't lit up for the night before.
I could have been.
Yeah. You hear those horror stories about people taking too much, and it's like, even the guy I worked with was like, dude, I don't take gummies anymore. And he's like, they don't regulate them, and you get them and you eat them, and the next thing you know, you're like still high for like 2 days. I'm like, that's fucking crazy, number one. But I know an older gentleman. Yeah.
I get more worried about when you lose time, when you black out, when you get so fucked up that you black out, and then you end up somewhere that you didn't know, that you you have no idea how you got there, and there's no evidence of you getting there. Like, for example, I went out with
that's why I don't like to get blacked out.
I went out with Eddie Cupid for his birthday one night, and we got completely destroyed. And we knew we were going to get fucked up before we even went out. So that's why we deliberately took a lift to the bar so that we could get a lift back. That would, no drinking and driving, soberless thoughts rule.
Right.
Somehow I got blacked out at the bar. Eddie got blacked out at the bar. We both wake up in our respective beds, and I was living in Taylor Mill at the time, and he was living in Crittenden, Kentucky at the time. And somehow, or no, he was living in Florence.
Crittenden.
He was living in Florence. So he ended up in his bed at his house in Florence. I ended up in my bed in my house in Taylor Mill, and neither one of us had any kind of charges to our lift for an Uber. So we didn't order a ride from anybody. We didn't drive ourselves because we didn't have a car there to drive. But yet somehow we both ended up back at our own houses in our own beds. Explain that.
Don't you just kind of want to see what happens, like as a third person? Like, how did I get home?
Yeah, dude, I would love to have like just had my video going on my phone or something, or just took pictures like the movie The Hangover, like had a bunch of pictures saved on my phone or something.
Right.
And then be like, oh shit. No. Nothing. I got nothing, man. I got nothing for that. And my wife says that I didn't get home until like 3 o'clock in the morning. And she called me at like 11. And that was really the last thing I don't even remember. I was already blacked out at 11. Because I don't even remember her calling me. And she said that when she called me, I was at a bar. And she's like, hey, what time do you think you'll end up being home? And I said, I don't know. Alan Jackson just came on the jukebox, so it's probably going to be a while. That was what I said to her, and then I hung up the phone.
Totally legit. Yeah, completely reasonable answer in my opinion.
Right.
I feel like because of looking for the podcast stuff, I keep getting shit like that, and it was just like when your wife is like, "Are you just gonna sit in the garage and drink beer and listen to Alan Jackson all night?" And it's just like they just don't get it. And then it starts playing an Alan Jackson song as the guy's just sitting there drinking it. I'm like, yeah. Right now, actually, it's Creed. I swear, there's a Creed fad going on about dudes
man.
sitting around listening to Creed.
Dude, Creed is everywhere all of a sudden. I don't get it.
Yeah. It's ironic is what it is. It's like I didn't never really listen to Creed that much, but we all know Creed songs.
Oh yeah.
To me, they were like the original Nickelback. Yeah, it's like it's bro music is what it is, and they were the like pioneers.
I bet they toured together. I bet there was a time when
made
they
a resurgence. I'm sure maybe early on.
Yeah, for sure.
If they don't, they should today. I would go. Fuck it.
Yes, man. I would totally go to a Creed Nickelback concert.
Yeah, dude. I'd go find Ed Hardy shirt and just fucking show up, throw up like.
Yes.
Cut off the sleeves. Don't even give a shit. Like I'm in it to win it at this point.
Oh yeah, man. I'm excited about that. Dude, we've got at least 2 concerts that we gotta bro out to.
Well, ironically enough, I think there is a Creed concert coming to Cincinnati this year.
All right. Well, we'll have to look it up, see when it is.
All right. I'm done.
That might be one of the ones we go to.
Creed of all things.
Creed and Guar.
Yeah, I'm still mad that passed us.
Yeah, man. We missed it. We just missed it. All right. So, 2024, we're going to try and be, like I said, we're going to try and be more consistent. We're going to try and have episodes out here, even if it's just Alex and I goofing off for about an hour trying to figure out what the fuck's happening in the world around us. We're going to put something out.
Yeah. We'll just give you our commentary.
Yeah. We might even, I mean, who knows? Dude, we might have to just do a fucking Zoom meeting on my phone, on our phones, if we're not around each other or something. You know, whatever we got to do to get her done.
Yep. Well, we'll figure it out. Yeah. I might have to buy my own internet for this house I'm at.
Yeah. Whatever it is. Whatever it is. It'll be Soberless Thoughts. Alex, what do we say when we get out of here? Say it. I miss it.
We like to say when you're in the skillet, you need to stay cheesy, keep it greasy, flip on out.
Fire in the disco. Fire in the Taco Bell. Fire in the disco. Fire in the
desire. It's my desire. Don't you wanna know how we keep starting fires? It's my desire. It's my desire. Danger, danger. High voltage when we touch, when we kiss. Danger, danger. It's high voltage when we touch, when we kiss, when we touch. Danger, danger. High voltage when we touch, when we kiss. Danger, danger. High voltage when we touch, when we kiss, when we touch, when we kiss. Lover.